This is Elliot Miller of Christian Research Institute, the editor-in-chief of the Christian Research Journal. Today I'm answering the question, does God exist? And when we talk about whether God exists, we have to, first of all, get out of the way a presupposition that causes any answer to that to be unacceptable to people. There are people who think that miracles are impossible. So if we appeal to God's direct action in creating the universe, or any miracles that occurred in history as a proof for God, they won't even consider that evidence. But that objection is circular reasoning because it is not based in science. Science explains observable phenomena. It does not go into metaphysical or behind the physical issues, which are the proper domain of philosophy and religion. And so naturalism, the philosophy that there are no miracles, does not derive from science, is derived from philosophy. However, if it can be shown that the existence of an infinite, personal, intelligent God is more satisfactory as the first thing that ever existed that caused everything else, then of course this God is free to act. If he created the world, he can certainly act within it, and anything that he does within it by definition is going to be a miracle. So if you can accept that idea, then does God exist? There's plenty of evidence for it. First of all, the evidence of the fact that the universe exists, that there's something rather than nothing, because the universe is temporal. We know this from the Big Bang Theory that shows us that it started at a particular point in time, and we know this from the second law of thermodynamics that shows us that it's winding down. It couldn't be winding down forever, it would have already wound down. We also know this from the evidence of design in the universe, which itself, evolutionists have attempted to explain this through natural selection, acting as a blind watchmaker to create the appearance of design. But natural selection only existed once there were species. How did life in the first place originate? How did we have such a fine-tuned universe? All of these are evidences of design that predate natural selection. And then third of all, we know God exists because of ourselves, because we are constructed in such a way that our very nature, our morality, our rationality, speaks to the fact that the universe is more than material and that there has to be something to ground and anchor this morality. We don't ground it. Everything becomes relative, and we can't live in a universe where everything is relative. So these are just natural proofs, and then there's the supernatural proofs, which I'll discuss at some other time, for the existence of God.